The revolution was an amazing time. Before the revolution, I was involved in the urban guerrilla warfare, and I was, I would carry mail because at the time we didn't have internet, we didn't have faxes, we didn't have cell phones, so all the communication was very complicated, and we had to really bring it personally to people. So I did some of that. Then I participated also in there was a commando action in 1974 that required for a group of us who were in the urban guerrillas to gather information, to put up a logistics plan, to back up this commando action, which consisted of, some hostage taking, which was very different from what goes on today. It wasn't a terrorist action. It was more like out of the need that we have to make the world know what was going on in Nicaragua, because the Somoza regime had gotten to a repressive point where they were throwing people from helicopters, for example, or they were shooting people just because they were young, and it was a terrible bloody dictatorship, and it was a very hard job we had to make them understand, to make people understand around the world what Nicaraguans were living through. So that commando action was mainly wanted to address the problem of communication, to kind of make a splash, to kind of make this situation known around the world. So I participated in the kind of logistics. And then, then I had to go into exile. And I lived in Costa Rica and in Mexico for 3 years. And while I was in exile, I did all kinds of things. I smuggled weapons into Nicaragua. I was an ambassador for the Sandinista Revolution. I had to travel to different countries, talk about what was going on in Nicaragua, find sources of aid, of support, of solidarity. We really did a good job, I think, in terms of trying to find voices to support our struggle in Nicaragua. And it was a struggle that was very heroic, that involved a lot of young people. We were all young, we were all very eager to change our situation. And it brought people from all walks of life together, and all different classes together. So that was very unique about the Nicaraguan Revolution. And I think that brought that kind of galvanized the world, the public opinion in the world to support the Nicaraguan Revolution.